Hey, Professor Hitch here, and today I want to talk to you about researching using Google Books. Now, before we begin, I have one caveat to share, which is that you shouldn't actually always be using Google Books, maybe even not normally using Google Books. In a perfect world, you should be using your school's library catalog to search for books. Now, that said, Google Books is a useful tool, and it's something that you should be familiar with. So let's get started. As you can see here, I have Lunar New Year history queued up as a Google search. And right now I'm getting all kinds of hits from different websites. But when I click on more, I have an option to go to books. So I'm going to do that. Now I have a list of books available for me about Lunar New Year history. Quick pause, something you should know. Most instructors, when they say you have to look for a book source, often will allow ebooks as a book source. Normally, if a teacher wants you to find a print book, then they will say print book, but otherwise what we're doing right here counts as finding the book source for your essay. Now, as I look at some of these results, they clearly don't seem, well, they're not for my demographic anyway. They're not for my age group. I'm seeing a lot of kids' books here. But this one looks interesting. Celebrate Chinese New Year with fireworks, dragons, and lanterns. When I click on the book, you can see that I've been taken to a preview of what the book is like. It's National Geographic Kids. So actually, yes, it's still a kid's book. But as I scroll through here, you can see some pages are included, some are not. Some are copyright images and some are not. This is an actual book source. Now, reading through the book this way, you're not going to see every single page that is available to you. If that was the case, why would people buy books? You could just look everything up on Google Books. But you will see a lot of text scanned into Google Books, and that gives you an interesting advantage while you're doing research. Let's say that I wanted to look up the word Korea. I would go to search in this book at the top of the screen, type in Korea, give it a second, and you can see on page 7 there is a hit. I don't have a lot of information. I only have the information that I see here. This is a partial quote and perhaps not big enough to use in an essay about the history of Lunar New Year, but let's assume for a minute that it was enough. I would then be able to pull this quote from where I found it. It's on page 7. I clear the search, get out of the preview. I can now use the information that's here on this page. I've got a publication date. I've got a publisher, I've got an author. I can use this information to create a citation for the source and the quote that I just pulled. How neat is that? Okay, that's all for now. I hope you found this helpful.